Hello. Hello. And welcome to SharonBeTeaching. Hello everybody, welcome back to SharonBeTeaching. It's been a very long time since the last time I made a video for you guys, so I'm so excited to be doing that again. I've been meaning to film this video for a very long time, but finally today is the day that I present to you my classroom tour. So if you're ready for this, buckle in, get some snacks, because it's gonna be a long one. Let's go. So before we begin, I just wanted to let you know that it is mid-October and I've been meaning to film this video since like the beginning of September, like when I first finished setting up my classroom, but I just hadn't had the time. I got so busy, and today finally I have a little bit of downtime, so I'm gonna do that for you guys. You will notice that there's a lot of Halloween decorations going on because of course Halloween is in a couple of days, and also I am not going to be showing any names for the sake of privacy. So just so you guys understand, if anything is blurred out, it's because there's student names or the name of my school. Other than that, I mean, we can just go ahead and get right into it. So let's go, shall we? So I guess I'll just start with a general overview of what the classroom looks like right when you step inside. Nothing too crazy, pretty standard, nothing out of the ordinary. I do love that I have lots of windows in the classroom though, which makes it very nice and bright, and it lets lots of natural light in. And yeah. Alright, so I guess I'll just start with the back here. There is a lot of storage bins right behind my door, which is really nice. I like that. Moving on over here, we got a recess bin. That's where I hang my coat, usually emergency pouch supervision coat. This is where the kids hang their backpacks and coats. And if we look up, there's more storage as well, which I love about this room. There's always some place to put all your stuff. Up here, I mainly put, I wouldn't say miscellaneous things, but more like pens and whiteboard markers, some decor up there, building supplies, extra stationery, a lot of whiteboard stuff, some extra baskets, tissue, iPads, extra supplies, glue sticks, scissors, more tissue boxes, some art supplies, got chalk pastels here. Watercolors are supposed to go there. I think another teacher is just using them currently. And that's pretty much it for the back. Moving on to over here, we have our sink area, and you'll notice that the kids do use hand towels to dry their hands instead of paper towels, and I just find that we go through so many paper towels throughout the year that it's so wasteful. So we try, I don't even know how many times they refilled this now, but we try to reduce our waste as much as we can. So I try to encourage the kids to use reusable things that are better for the planet, honestly, and we do use rags and things like that to clean up our messes, and I do take them home to wash for those of you germaphobes wondering. Just kidding. Down here I do have a lot of storage supplies. Sorry, not storage supplies. I can't talk today. Cleaning supplies, and I do have extra hand towels and cloths. I have a drying mat for those days we do art and I have to dry paintbrushes and things like that. Some cleaning things, dish soap, sanitizer, your pretty standard cleaning supplies. Over here we got a milk tray for milk cartons, a dull bin for dull pencils. This is a marker, highlighter, pen, drop-off bin for ones that are dead and are no longer usable. And all I do is take them to Staples and get them properly recycled just to reduce some plastic in the landfill. We have our recycle bin over here, and if you look down under the sink, we got a whole bunch of class games. Kind of like board games, card games, cranium, I don't know, whatever else is in here is great for indoor recess. Up there we do have more storage, so the storage kind of goes all the way to the end over here, and here I like to put my personal resources, so teaching resources, I store in these 2 shelving units, and then the rest, well, I have mentor texts here, and the rest are kind of just supplies for the kids. I got math resources, Play-Doh, just some random lost and found bin, some extra mailboxes, a treasure chest for the kids' birthdays, some loose leaf paper, more tissue, and some class party supplies up there. Over here is where I keep all the mailboxes, and you've seen this in the classroom setup videos, but I won't show them because they do have names on them now. Moving on to here though, we do have our inquiry journals all stored in these bins, and you'll notice I did change out these labels because I like them better and they looked prettier, so I switched them out to just make everything match in the classroom. And nothing too new, you've seen most of this stuff if you watched my previous classroom setup videos. Under here is just some more storage of some personal resources, and the kids put their, using my foot to show you, the kids put their cubbies in here. Or sorry, they have like a bin that they put in their cubby for extra storage of supplies. And this is just all my stuff right over here behind my teacher desk. Up here, I just have some, you know, hole punch, sharpener, some extra resources, my organizational tower thing. I'm having a difficult time finding words right now, as you can clearly tell. Over here is just some random supplies, some, I don't know, art. Over here, okay, those are gifts from kids. That's why, yeah, okay. Okay, moving on. Back here, I like to store my lesson plans in this little hanging file folder. So I do sort them by day of the week. So here I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so on and so forth. I have sub-plans over here, and it just helps me stay organized, so I know if there's something that I want to teach on, you know, whatever day of the week, I just slip it into here, and then it keeps everything organized, and all I have to do is pull out the folder for the day of the week, and I have everything in there. And as you can tell, everything's empty because it is Friday! Woohoo! Okay, so let's talk about the teacher desk. I think the only footage I got of my teacher desk being set up was probably from classroom setup day 1, where it looked like a complete jumbled up mess, or maybe day 4 when Erin came and helped organize my cables, but I didn't really show you what it looked like after that. So here is the big reveal. Okay, so as you can tell, I kind of have like this 2-desk situation happening over here. And that's because I wanted an area to just, you know, work and plan and do other things, and have my desktop separate on a different desk just to get it out of the way. And I just like that it provides so much more extra room for me to do all that work. And I do enjoy having an extra space to put my desktop on, and my phone, and, you know, supplies and things like that, and it doesn't get in the way of when I'm trying to, you know, do other things like mark and grade and plan and whatever else I need this extra space for, which is really nice. And if you were wondering if my desk looks this clean all the time, you are in fact correct. All right, so I just wanted to quickly show you guys what I have in my teacher desk drawer. Nothing too fancy smanchy, but when you open it up, you are met with this organized chaos of a mess. I got this compartment organizer thing from Amazon, and it works great, and I love that it fits so perfectly in this drawer. Of course, as you can tell, there is a wide assortment of items in here. They're all mostly stationery related. I got my staples, some Post-it notepads, a date stamp, some more Post-its, I guess, with extra staples and the stapler. We got some push pins. These are Post-it tabs, some paper fasteners, some brain fart. What are these called again? Binder clips, yes. Over here I got some tape, an X-Acto knife for box cutting. That is to actually control the lights that I have on the whiteboard that I showed you guys before. Got a calculator, glue stick, some tape, more tape, more tape, whiteout, more whiteout, a earphone splitter, jack, some hair ties, of course, because you always gotta have one of those, or extra, or more than one. Eraser, lip balm, hulls, some sticky tack, You can tell I did not clean this out before filming this video. Some Vaseline eyeglass cloth, sure. And lots of lotion. 1, 2, 3 bottles of lotion. More lotion than I need in a year. So there you go. If you ever need lotion, you know who to call. Okay, so moving on to this side drawer that I keep beside my teacher desk. The first drawer, I keep all my incentives of stamps and stickers. So in this super cute Rilakuma folder, I keep all my loose sticker sheets. I have a lot of my stamps, so I keep them in here with stamp pads. I have more stamps, Halloween themed this time. I have a whole bunch of these really cute smelly bookmarks, which the kids obsess over, and they are loving them for home reading prizes, which is awesome. And I have some sand timers. Second drawer, here we have just more supplies. These are just pencil crayons, I believe. Yep. And these on the bottom are just like reward cards, but I used to give these out and then I stopped giving them out because kids just ended up throwing in the recycle. So I thought, what's the point? That's a waste. So I don't give those out anymore. And then here I just have more Mr. Sketch markers and some Band-Aids and my Wildboard prizes, which I will show you guys later on what these are about. And this is just one of the prizes that go with it. Last but not least, my favorite drawer in the whole entire world. I do not think this drawer needs an explanation, nor does it need any judgment. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Right beside my teacher desk, I have this super awesome yellow spin bike. And if you're wondering, no, it's not for me. I don't just randomly hop on it and pretend I'm doing spin class. It's actually for the kids. So whenever they need a movement break, they put up 3 fingers. They let me know. They come over here. They set the timer for 2 minutes. Flip it over, they ride the bike as fast as they can for 2 minutes straight, gets out all the energy, and they are back in their seats ready to learn. So it's kind of a cool thing that our school has these little spin bikes and the kids love it. So it's great. Over here, I like to keep my hand in bins, so whatever the kids have to shove in my face, they are directed to the hand in bin instead. As you can tell, Halloween is coming up in a couple days, so I do have a few Halloween decorations over here by my desk, and I love this one that I got from last year. It says, "Beware of little monsters." And I had one kid ask me, "Miss Song, who are the little monsters?" And I just looked at them, and they were like, "Oh, where are the little monsters?" And I just went, mm-hmm. Coming around the teacher desk this way, we have our trusty old garbage can. This is the timeout desk for kids who have a hard time following classroom expectations and they need this separate space to focus and work. Up here I have a couple of posters and some, I don't know, some encouraging words, which I don't think the kids really care for. But hey, they look pretty and I like them, so that's why they're up there. Moving on to this little cute space. If you've watched my classroom setup vlogs, you know that I call this the cozy corner. So in the cozy corner, we do have a bin for some pillows to provide extra coziness. And on this side, you guys know the struggle I had with my bookshelf, but hey, it's you know, still working. But you can tell the kids have done some serious damage with messing up the organization of my books. So I will have to get them to organize it again. Once again, more Halloween decorations. Does it still work? This is from an old colleague that gave it to me. Shout out to you again, Jacqueline, for giving me all your old things, because I still use them and I still have them. And the kids found this quite fascinating, which is funny. Back here, got some AC. Anybody want some AC? It's great. That's all I have to say about it. Okay, this is math bulletin board. We have some number words here and a hundreds chart, sorry, a 120s chart, just for reference for the students. Down here, I got a little coffee table. It's just from IKEA. It's like, well, I mean, it is IKEA branded, but I got it from like the local classifieds for 30 bucks, which was a steal. And also I got this mat for I think 30 bucks as well from the local classifieds, which is my favorite place to find things for my classroom because I never want to spend a whole chunk of money on buying things that will eventually get ruined because this has a giant crack underneath it, and this is, as you can tell, starting to get very dirty. So there you have it. Over here, got a cute little map of Canada with some really fun landmarks that the kids enjoy looking at. And if we turn around, I have another bulletin board. It's called the Inquiry Bulletin Board, and this is where we have our mind map. So we do a lot of inquiry at my school, and this was just a mind map we created about community. And the kids came up with all of these ideas, which was fantastic, and we do keep it up for a very long time until we are done learning about it, basically. And yeah. Over here, we have a rocking chair, which Miss Saw sits on to read the kids' stories. So the kids will gather around this area and we will read some stories together. Or if there's ever a mini lesson I have to share with them for Writer's Workshop, I will gather them over here as well. And we do also have circle time in this area. All I have to do is just move the little coffee table over there and all the kids are able to fit in this space, which is nice. I do have a whiteboard here. Makes small teaching moments really easy with some supplies. This is the talking pencil we use for circle time. It's kind of like that tradition with the talking stick. Like if you have only if you have the talking stick, then you can talk. And the kids always find this giant pencil a hoot. So I love that. And I just have some whiteboard markers and an eraser to use with my whiteboard. Over here on this side of the room is our U table, or the guided reading table, I like to call it. And I think I've already showed you guys what was in this tower, but last time it wasn't labeled. So I just want to show you some of the labels I added. So for writing tools, of course, writing tools, resources, just some bananagrams, some flashcards, some comprehension squishy cubes, story cubes, bingo games, more comprehension things, whiteboards, right, for some word work after we do guided reading, and then guided reading books. This is where I store them for about 2-3 weeks, and then once we get through all the books, I change them out and we start. Oh my god, that's heavy. Oh shoot. I'm gonna break it. Oh my god, it's jammed. 1 second, intermission. Sorry, intermission over. All the guided reading books are stored over here, and oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time with that. Back here, I got the whiteboard. Nothing too special. Oh, I do want to show you guys this. This is a new addition I added. So all I did was take some black electrical tape and I kind of sectioned off the side of my board here. So this section I have the words of the week and I change them out every single week. And these are the words that we work with every single time we do word work in the morning. And my reminders board is kind of like a homework board for the students. So home reading, 20 minutes, bring winter clothes donations, because we are doing that currently with our school. And I really like it because it's a great focus in the classroom. It's a great area for the kids to focus in the classroom. What am I saying with, why are my fingers doing that? I don't know. Okay, moving on. Over here, we have the Smartboard. And once again, got some Halloween decorations going on. Got some cute little foil pumpkins over here. I like to use a desktop wallpaper calendar for my screensaver just because it's easy for the kids to reference and for me to reference, and we don't have to waste any extra wall space to add a class calendar, which is nice, and the kids actually do use this, which is super helpful. Over here we do have another whiteboard. This one is mostly used for just kind of our routine stuff. So you'll notice up here we do have some hand signs that we use. 1 for water, 2 for washroom, 3 for the bike. And this thing, oh my goodness, this thing, I love this thing. This is like the noise level light, and I'm sure you have seen other teachers do this before, but if you haven't, this is how it works. So there's basically different levels of noise level that the children are expected to know. And you know, if you want voices off, you click on voices off, it turns on, and the kids are like, oh, the voices off light is on. We can't talk anymore. And I'm like, yes, That's right. And then if you wanted to do whisper voices, then there we go. Kids will know that's whisper voice, partner voice, table talk voice, and speaker voice. Tell the kids to obey the light. And it works great, especially for grade 2. I don't know for grade 3 or 4 or 5, probably not 6. But for the younger grades, if you want to, provide them a visual cue for noise levels, I think this little noise level light thing really works well. And if you want to know where to get these posters, I think this one was off Teachers Pay Teachers, obviously, and these lights I got from Amazon. That's right, Amazon. As we keep on going to this side of the whiteboard, up at the top I like to write the date for the students so they can reference throughout the day. On the side I have my schedule that I change out every day, of course, and over here is another schedule called the guided reading schedule, and so the kids' names are on the side right over here, but I'm not going to show it because privacy purposes. Yeah, so they know exactly which station they're supposed to be working on that day, and I switch it out every day. Up here we got the class rules, and I showed you guys this poster before. This is the WOW board. I got this idea off of Cassie from Creative Abilities. I think that was her name. An educator in the States. So I watched one of her classroom management webinars during my first year of teaching, and she mentioned the WOW board, and I thought, wow, that's a good idea. I could totally implement that in my classroom. I don't know where that voice came from, but anyway. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna try it, and it actually worked out pretty well. Like all 3 years that I've been using it, it's pretty successful. So basically how the WOW board works is that if the students does something that is wow worthy, right? If it makes you say, wow, then, well, obviously you don't have to say it like that. I'm just giving you a demonstration. So if it makes you say wow, it impresses you, then you say, go put your name on the WOW board. And so they come over here, they write their name on a little piece of paper, they throw it in a jar, and then every Monday or every week we do a little draw for some names in the WOW board, and usually every kid gets picked because their name happens to show up so many times in there anyway. And so once the WOW board is all filled up, then you guys can work towards like a class prize or something like that. But every single time a kid gets drawn weekly, they get like an individual prize, which they're one of those things that like you don't have to spend a single penny to make them, and the kids go wild over it. And those are the best, I find, like the best kind of prizes you can have is the ones that the kids find them valuable, but you on the other hand don't have to spend any money getting prizes. So I keep them in here in this super 90s CD case, because really who uses CDs anymore? So there's things like this: help wanted, choose your class job for next week. Life in color, use your teacher's special colorful pens for the whole day. Smelly markers, use your teacher's special smelly markers, art class only. Bring your favorite stuffed animal to school. Brain break, choose one of our next DPA activities. So just things like that. But yeah, that's just a little thing I like to do with the WOW board, and I love that, these prizes literally cost nothing, and the kids find them so valuable and very motivating for them. So that's what I like to do. Also, I just wanted to say, if at any point in the video there's something that I'm showing you or you see that you wanted me to explain a little bit more, go into more depth about it, or make even a separate video explaining it, then just leave a comment below and let me know, because whatever I can do to help other educators out there or give you some ideas on how to better organize your classroom. Not saying that I'm the expert, obviously, I'm just showing you what works for me, and if you think that it can work for you, let me know and I'm more than happy to share that with you. So there we go. Moving back over here and continuing our classroom tour. Up here we do have our class jobs poster, and I am purposely covering the names. So the kids' names are on popsicle sticks, and so the little job is on the little pockets. And you've seen what that looked like before in my other classroom setup videos. So moving on, here we have, this shelf is basically what I like to call, come on, focus. what I like to call the guided reading shelf, and that shelf is the writer's workshop shelf. So for the guided reading shelf, we have silent headphones, we have some Boggle, which is for word work, some writing prompts, some also writing prompts, but in squishy dice version. We got some clipboards so the kids can use them to work around the room. We got some writing journals for them to do some free write using these writing prompts, or they can just create their own stories in there. And we have our guided reading folders where they store all their loose word worksheets and writing prompts over there. So the kids know exactly where to go during writing time, and they never hesitate to, you know, find supplies because everything is there, it's labeled, and it's nice that it's all organized. Here we have a little cute letterboard, which I picked up this year and I love it. I'm trying to think of like a creative saying to, are you kidding? I'm trying to think of like a creative saying to put here, but I haven't thought of. Okay, that's enough. I should just stop. Just stop touching it, Sharon. Everything's falling out. Okay. A creative saying to put on here, but I haven't decided what yet, but if you have one, let me know in the comments below. Here, I think you guys have seen this before. This is the storage drawers that I picked up from Walmart, the Sterlite ones, and I love them. They are great. I also got the matching labels to go with it, which I think really completes the look. So we got some Sharpies, some thick markers, thin Sharpies. Oh my gosh, I am ruining everything I touch today. Highlighters, glue sticks, pencils. Also, my goodness, you guys, do you remember that classroom setup vlog I filmed kind of near the end where I showed you how much wasted supplies I collected over the years? Well, these pencils are still the ones that we are using. The ones left over from, I don't know how many, like 2 years ago or a year ago. These are just like leftover pencils that kids were about to throw away. And I put them here and we are still using them. It's mid-October and I still have so many usable pencils, which is bizarre. Pencil crayons, these are all the extra pencil crayons as well. Shout out to Erin, who actually spent the time helping me sharpen all of them and place them so neatly into these. The kids actually really enjoy having them here to access, and they do use it quite frequently, which is so good, and it makes me so happy because these were about to end up in the landfill, but we were able to save all that extra waste and reuse them for maybe a year or maybe another 2 years. We'll see how long they last, but crazy enough, we have not opened a single new pack of pencils at all this year yet. And I'm hoping we don't have to until maybe mid-year, but it's crazy to think that all of this stuff would have went into the landfill if I didn't just use them this year. But anyway, you know, just something to think about to help reduce a little bit of waste. So here we have our library bin. So the kids throw in their library bin books in here once they're done reading it for the week. And moving on to this writer's workshop station, I like to keep all my paper options in this handy dandy IKEA letter tray. In here, I have sticky notes for revising, more extra paper slips for revising. This is where we keep our erasers. And down here we have all our writing supplies for Writer's Workshop. So we have blue and black pens for drafting, green pens for revising, red pens for editing, scissors for cutting, and staplers for stapling. I don't know why I had to make that so enunciated, but you're welcome. Here I have more paper options just for the kids to choose. Down here we have storage for spelling folders that the kids use to assist with their writing. And down here is where we keep all their writing folders. So there you have it. Up here, oh, I didn't have a chance to show you. This is a really cool thing that I guess I figured out. So for those of you that are familiar with Lucy Culkin's Writer's Workshop, you know that the whole writing model, they come with a lot of, you know, anchor charts and resources for you to post and display in the classroom. So I thought, you know, to make my life easy, I'ma just put them in these plastic sleeves print off the giant ones in color from their website and change these out whenever I want. And basically all I did was take a piece of anchor chart paper, stapled it to my bulletin board, took these sheet protectors, thumbtacked them onto the paper, just put in 6, and you don't have to use all 6 of course, but makes it so easy. Whatever the focus is, you change it up here, everything else, you change it out as it follows. And kids can see it, it works easy, it's easy for you to switch out every unit, and I just love it. So that's just a little idea for you if you are wondering for a solution, if you're kind of stuck on that. This is a cool little thing I like to do that I learned from a colleague. Shout out to you, Jennifer, for showing me this. So I learned this from her, that she uses these binder clips and displays her books with thumbtacks, and I thought that is so cool. I am going to do that. So I just did it with the mentor text we use for the unit and maybe some other books that we've read related to Writer's Workshop, and I like to keep it here so the kids can reference it, which is nice. This is a writing process poster that I've created last year. All I did was just, you know, type them up, print them up on colored paper, do a little doodle, print out some arrows, glue them on, print out the title, cut it out, glue it on, and I laminate it all on a poster board. So it was super easy, and I like this little pencil thing that I do. So it was just one of those label cards that kids use for, well, I mean like teachers use for labeling their cubbies or, you know, coat racks. And all I did was stick a piece of Velcro on it, and I put Velcro on each little stage of the writer's workshop, or the writing process, sorry. And whatever writing process we're working on, stick the pencil on there, rip it off, stick it on there, rip it off, move on to the next one, stick it on there, rip it off, and it just gives the kids a focus on what we're working on. This is just a little anchor chart we're doing for personal narratives or small moment stories. We have our lovely whiteboard washroom sign out situation. So we just got Chromebook expectations, and then when the kids go to the bathroom, they take this marker, write their name, you know, go to the washroom, do their doo-doo, come back, and then erase it. Late slips go in here, and got my cute little pumpkin with grass hair. There's a garbage can, and there's the recycle. And that just about wraps up my classroom tour. Alrighty, so that is it for my classroom tour. I hope you guys got some inspiration or some ideas out of it that you could also implement into your own classroom, or maybe you're not even a teacher and you watch this for pure entertainment, and that's totally cool as well. But if you liked the video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to SharonBeTeaching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!